For this piano tutorial, we'll be learning the song Great Is Your Mercy by Donnie McClurkin in the key of F major. It's technically a D minor, but for purposes of using the number system, let's use the relative major scale, which is F major. And this song was requested through the comment section, so if you have any song requests, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. And if you're interested in purchasing this program, the software that shows the chord names, all of that information is found in the description box below. Okay, now this song is pretty simple in that it's basically one full progression, and then it just basically repeats throughout the whole song. But I'll be going through the song and sharing as much as I can, as much as I know, different passing chords or substitutions that we can use to make the songs sound a little bit more jazzy or gospel. Okay, so this song starts off with passing chords. It starts off on D major, which is sort of a passing chord before landing on G minor, right? Great is your mercy, right? It starts off on that G minor. So the passing chords go like this. Starts off on D, and then it goes up the G major scale onto G, okay? Up until G. So it goes, right? Great is your mercy. But what we do is include diminished chords with E and with F sharp. So it sounds something like this. Great is your mercy, right? So we start off on D, we play a E diminished 7th, then a F diminished 7, and then we finally land on that G minor 7. And something that I do is maintain the melody of the song. So you may see that the voicings sort of changed, the extensions of the chords. In this case, for G minor, I played something like this. Mercy, right? I went from G minor 9 with A, and then G minor 7 with B flat. So, mercy towards me. Now here, I play a suspended chord, a sus4, a C sus4, and then with C and E to maintain that melody. But I like to do something that I heard in a different video. I don't recall it at this moment, but it's a movement that you can do to reestablish the chord. So it goes like this, right? Mercy towards me. Right? It's a very gospel-y type of way of reestablishing that C major. It goes like this. This is the first movement, and then I play a grace note from C to D. So, and then the left hand just goes to F. So, and then it finally resolves itself on C major without the fifth note. Okay, so mercy towards me. It's a good way of having these little movements that we can recall or call upon when we're playing different songs. Okay, now from here, what we do is this. So mercy towards me, your love and kindness. Now we start filling out these chords with that jazzy color. So this voicing right here is very filled up with different notes, and it basically the way that I think about it is that I'm playing a C major over a F major, right? And again, I'm maintaining that melody note right here, which is G in this case. Your love and kindness. So this is the first voicing, and then second voicing in that single word, kindness towards me. Then, as you saw there, I'm playing a very simple passing chord on the 3, towards me, and then I resolve it on that B flat major 9. Now here, what I do is a sort of another movement that I've heard from very from various different gospel artists or gospel pianists, and it's this. It's a passing chord before landing on the 2. Okay, so it sounds something like this. So we were here, mercy towards me, your loving kindness towards me. Then it's this. Right? It's a very popular gospel movement, and it's used as a passing chord before landing again on that 2. And the way that I think about this movement right here, I guess everyone has their own formula, but I'll share mine. What I do, I know sometimes it's hard to find it in different keys. I look for the 5th of the 2. So I know that G minor in this scale and F major is my 2. I look for the 5th, which is D. So I know that the passing chord is going to be formed around this chord. So from here, what I do is think about the 5th of D, which is A, and I form a minor chord with A, but in the first inversion. So this is the root position. I form it in this way. And now I basically play the skeleton, and I do this movement. I play the 4th of D, which is G, and then I just play that middle note in A minor, and I just bring it down 1/2 step. I know it's a lot of steps, but once you practice them and try to transpose them to different keys and use them in songs that you know, it will become easier, okay? And you can notice also the grace notes that I'm using. Right? So right? So that's where it fits in. So your love and kindness towards me, your tender mercy I see. Here we play a C7 add 11, and again I'm just maintaining that melody. So E is my melody, and I'm basically thinking of playing sort of a sus chord. This is sort of resembling a B flat over C, but it's just voiced in a way that it maintains the melody, okay? Day after. So here in day after day, sort of a modulation occurs in which we go into a different key, sort of, okay? We sort of go into a major 6. So what I do here is play your tender mercy I see. I play an A minor, which is a 3 minor, day after day, and then for day we play a D major 9. In this case, I want you guys to think about it as 2 different chords. We're going to play an A major with a D in the bass, day after day, and then we're going to use a passing chord, and it's going to be a B minor over an A major, okay? So in this case, a A13 sus, right? And then we're back on that D major 9, okay? So mercy I see, day after day. And sometimes you may get confused by these arpeggios that I'm doing, but I'm basically still thinking about this chord and this chord as basically a set of 2 chords. So I'm thinking about A major in my right hand, and I can play around with the inversions of A major. And then using the same concept, I can play around with the inversions of B minor while maintaining the bass in A with the minor 7th, right? Or the dominant 7. Right? We have different possibilities when we think about these chords as two separate chords for each hand, okay? Now, this is basically the whole song. It starts repeating again, but before we get to the same progression, before we start all over, we're going to repeat the passing chord that we did in the beginning, but in a different way. Instead of doing, let's do this instead. The left hand is going to change, but the right hand stays the same. We're going to start from C and go down the G minor scale. So C, B flat, A, and then we land at on that first chord of G minor. So right, so that's basically the whole song. Now what I'm going to do is play through the whole song without any interruption. I may get different passing chords that you can pause the video for, and even slow down the video and take notes and apply them to different songs so that we can keep on expanding our musical vocabulary. All right.